Hello people of YouTube and welcome back. So you probably know me as Roller X Core or Roller Core as it is properly named as. But I've decided to have a bit of a rebranding and I'm calling myself now Retro Edge UK because my name's Eddie. It just makes sense to have a channel that is retro game inspired because that's what I like, because PS4 is now retro since the PS5's come out. So with that in mind, I also do a lot of pickups, just in case you've never come across this channel before. So that's what I'm going to be doing right now. So I'm going to do a couple of pickups. So sit back, get a cup of tea, and see what I've been wasting my money on, I guess. First up, we've got, so some of this stuff has been sat here for months, I've got to say. But I don't know, I just have such a backlog, although that is starting to wane down because I've had some quite expensive pickups that are over there, but just not, well, viewable right now, I suppose. First one up is nice cheapie to start it all off with, and it is the Game and Watch Zelda. So yeah, I saw this for, I think it was like 20 quid or something, 21 quid maybe. I think this one was from Amazon. There's a few different places that sold it for that cheap, and I had to get it. I had to get it. But as soon as I bought it, I sent a link out to other people, and quite a few other people got it. And if they didn't get it from the link, I think they went into Game and got it from there as well. So yeah, I've been wanting this for a while. I just love the Game and Watch style stuff, and this one, they really did it right. The first one, the Mario one, wasn't quite there, but this has got so many cool little features, little Easter eggs, and I think it's just a bit of a better build quality. I know there's like a special light on the back that like lights up, which is really cool. Yeah, I need to find a way to display this. It's going to be more of a display piece. I've got, you've got to admit, haven't you? I love Zelda, and I do actually really want to play this, and it's been interesting seeing people in the community taking this out with them like all over the place. So I actually might do that myself. Actually, I might go take it out in a bit. Because we're going to go for a walk in a second. So next up, we've got PC Engine. So absolutely love the PC Engine. It's like my favorite console. And I was watching Stu Tutor UK, and I saw him pick this up, and I went on eBay because I needed it. I needed it straight away, and it is Gradius 2 Gopher. Now I thought I actually had this. I wasn't sure, but when I went on, this was like 33 quid, I think it was. It was super cheap. And I thought, God, I'm just going to have to pick it up and then hope for the best I've not got it. Because I think I was watching it at work or something like that. So I had no way to check. And sometimes that's just what happens. It's just like that spur of a moment thing. I had a quick check. I don't think I've got it, but I don't think I checked my PC Engine overflow. So I might have it, I might not have it, but this was a bargain, I've got to say. The next PC Engine game definitely was a bargain, because this was just listed as PC Engine game. That was it. It's one that I knew of from Shmup Junkie. He recently did a review of all of the PC Engine shooters, PC Engine TurboGrafx, PC Engine CD, all of them, even some of the homebrews as well, and then put them on a tier list. And this was on there, and it was quite high. And I've seen it around and stuff like that, but it's one that I always would forget about because it's not something that I tend to hear about much, and it is The Lost Sunshine. So yeah, it's not like in mint condition or anything like that, but this is like 100+ game, tends to be, if it's bought over here. And I got this for £69, 69p. And I don't know, I didn't put that as a bid. I actually put up a little bit higher. But yeah, I just thought that was quite amusing how that like ended at 69.69. So I did send a post out to people on this. But yeah, this is a really fun shooter. Like it's not like gonna blow your mind. It's not like a Gradius or anything like that where it's like, you know, like serious shmup. But this is a really fun shooter, and I've played it. And when I went to go get it, I was like, shit, where's the game? And it was actually in the PC Engine. I've actually been playing it, so yeah, sometimes I do play these games. But yeah, I really recommend if you've got a chance to play this, give it a go, because it is definitely worth it. And if you can get it for £69.69p, jump on it. So next up, another PC Engine game, and this was actually a gift, and it flipping blew my mind when I when I opened it up, and it is Outrun for the PC Engine. So where did I get this from? Well, I got it from the real Retro Edge UK. Sorry, I'm just a phony. I am still just Roller X Core. There's no changing of my name. But yeah, so he reached out to me. He had a couple of gifts, and well, we're doing a bit of a trade. I've got a few things to send to him as well, but Jesus Christ, the stuff that he sent me, I'm like, oh, I need to up my game. I need to up the games. I need to do better. So yeah, he sent me Outrun. I thought, for some reason, I thought he was going to send me a loose disc of this or something, but no, loose disc, loose hue card. I can't believe you get my teeth in today. But yeah, I mean, honestly, words cannot describe how blown away I was when I got the box. And the thing is, as well, there's a bit of a story about the box. When he sent it to me, it went missing for like 2 weeks or something, maybe even longer. And I felt really bad. I was like, oh my goodness, this is so bad. I was like, maybe your neighbour's taking it or something. But no, it just went for a bit of a holiday to all the local depots from, I can't remember who it was it Every? That it was sent through. It wasn't like Royal Mail or anything, but to be honest, I usually use them, and they've never been a problem. So these things happen, but the main thing is they got here, and like I say, blown away, mate, absolutely blown away. So yeah, I've never played this on the PC Engine, so I'm actually intrigued to see what this is like. I think this would be a fantastic PC Engine CD game. I mean, I'm not, like I said, I've not really had much context in this, but look at that front cover, that's amazing. But the game that blew me away the most, and it's because it's been a game that I've wanted for like flipping forever, and it is Sigma Star. So I know a couple of people know how much I've been wanting this, so yeah, to get this, I'm like I say, absolutely blown away. I was like, are you definitely sure? So this is sort of like a top-down action RPG with like space shooter elements, so like a bit of a shmup. So it's like my two favourite sort of like genres mashed into one, and I want to know how well it plays, and I will do. And unfortunately, I've got a backlog of games that like people have gifted me that I can't wait to play. I want to play them all at once, but then my head just explodes just trying to get that right dynamic. But yeah, this is like, it's all complete manual in there. Absolutely mental. Absolutely buzzing about this. Like I say, I mean, I've not sent the package yet because I've got something that I need to do, and now I need to find something that is Chase HQ heavy hitter. I need to find something like that, and then I'll send it across. So also got a t-shirt from him. Like I said, I didn't just make my own stuff. Right, next up, the next generation up, I suppose, would be Xbox. So this was something I bought from CEX actually. So there was only 2 copies in, and I bought both of them. It's one I've been very interested in, and it is Metal Dungeon for the Xbox. Don't get many Xbox games, but this was like, I think it was like a tenner with £12 altogether with postage. But there was only 2 copies, so I thought, fuck it, I'm just gonna buy them both. Bought with cash as well. I don't usually do that, but like this is sort of like a, I think, is it an action RPG or is it a turn-based RPG? But yeah, very much up my alley. Sort of almost Japanesey, but not. It's like the American take on a Japanese game, I think. Yeah, it looks really cool, and it usually goes for double that, so that's why I didn't mind using my own cash, really. So really pleased with that. Yeah, the second copy that came was actually complete and everything, in quite good condition, but it was, unfortunately, it was an Australian copy, so this one got kept. More gifts. So I forgot to put this on the last pickups. When I was last at David Birdsall's, not like I've been there like multiple times, but when we was there, this was on the floor, and I was like, oh, I picked it up, and I was like, oh my god, that feels so good, because mine's not as clicky as this. It's just a bit spongy. And he was like, oh no, this one doesn't work. And I was like, okay. And it was like, yeah, I think it's like one of the directions doesn't work or something like that. So I asked him, well, if he, what are you doing with it? Are you fixing it or mending it, whatever, throwing it away? And I was like, because I wouldn't mind taking it and hopefully making 2 competition pros into one, and one decent one, because it feels great. I mean, I just love a clicky joystick, and yeah, these are quite good when they're working properly, and I could just do this all day. So this is actually a 2-for-1 gift as well, because this was gifted from Sean, Retro Games Revived, to David, and then to me. So really, thanks for this, guys, and hopefully one day I'll get these up and running, and we can have a nice 2-player together of something on the Amiga. That'd be quite good, wouldn't it? Next up, we might as well go keep with the gifts, haven't we? I have bought stuff, honestly. So from Gordon, I've got some stuff for him as well. He I think he's been wanting to send me some stuff, because I sent him some Saturn games, copied Saturn games, nothing like crazy. And he posted this in the group saying, does anyone still need this? And I was like, yeah, I won't mind it. And I was like, and he already bought it. By the time I already said it, he'd already bought it, because I think he knew that someone would want it. And it was me. It was right. And it is Ori and the Will of the Wisps, an Xbox game. So yeah, not a fantastic collector's edition. It's more impressive like this. But yeah, it's a good game. I have actually beaten this game, and it was on the Xbox when I beat the game, so that's quite cool. I just wanted to have this to sort of like add to the collection, just sort of like to honour the game. And it's a cool looking edition, like I say. When it's on the shelf, it looks quite good. And really, really pleased with this. So thanks again, Gordon. I know what he said as well, he didn't want any money off me, because this was a 3 for 2 and it was free. It didn't cost him anything, but it doesn't work that way, does it? 3 for 2s. So I've got a few more Saturn games that I'm going to be winging his way, I think. So yeah, cheers for that, mate. Cheers for that. Next up, I think everything else down here I've actually paid for myself. Can you believe? Using my own money. Next up, I was watching what's he called, Ian RGB podcast, and he was doing an interview with Ross Boahaha, and obviously lots of horror gaming talk, and this came up, and it just kind of, the FOMO took over, and I had to buy it, just like probably quite a lot of other people did actually. So quite an interesting story. I actually pre-ordered that Joe's Diner, and it took like over a year, and I thought it was just gonna never come out, so I just cancelled my pre-order, and then it came out, and it was a bag of shit, so I was glad about it. However, this cost like 12 quid or something, ridiculously cheap for 3 games that realistically I wouldn't mind a quick playthrough, but yeah, nothing too much. Nightfall, I can remember nearly getting that once upon a time. I wish I did, because it's now fucking really expensive. And that's kind of like what the what's it called, the selling point of this game is. That one's an expensive game, so this is going to be worthless, because there's flipping millions of these copies floating around. So, but it's quite cool. Like I say, I've been really into my horrors just recently, so they will be getting played, even though I know they're going to be really bad horrors. So from a really bad game to a really good game that's still not been opened, but you know, and it is Guilty Gear Strive. So been wanting this game for flipping ages. I speak to Dylan all the time about like we've got like a £15 like threshold of like games, and this has been sticking at 40 quid for ages. It's a new game in the Guilty Gear series. and yeah, it got reduced to 16 quid. I think it was like the game collection or something. So I sent when I saw that, I sent the link around to everyone, and I don't know how many people bit into it. I know a couple of people bought it, but yeah, I'm really looking forward to playing this one. This looks absolutely stunning. This is probably this is what like fighters should be for me. I mean, I was watching Champion 2D Rob recently talking about like the latest Street Fighters, and of course they're going to be playing fantastically. But as a retro fighting connoisseur, I prefer like that cartoon look of sort of like these, like the anime fighters. Not that I'm ever going to be good at them, but because I'm not going to be good at them, I want to see like the spectacle and the beauty of these. And 3D models don't do that to me. They all just look bland. They all look the same. Whereas something like this, it just like looks like you're playing a cartoon. And I'm really, really looking forward to playing this. So this will be getting booted up on the arcade, and hopefully we'll have a good old tournament one day. Next up, a nice subset completion, and it is. For some reason, I thought it was a different game, but it's not. It is Yakuza Kiwami. So this completes my Yakuza subset of sort of like special editions or like steelbooks and stuff like that. So I have actually played this game, and what was confusing me, because I'm not, like I say, this has been about a month since I've seen this. What confused me is I need to play Kiwami 2, but I must have already got I've actually got Kiwami 2 down there. I think that's the white cover one. So yeah, for some reason I thought I bought the one that I need to play, but it's not. Anyway, confusion out of the way. Yeah, it's a nice steel book. What's inside it? And a nice manual. Lovely to see a manual. Like I said, I'm not a massive fan of steel books, but if they've got a slipcover on them, that's it for me. I love it. So yeah, fantastic series. I need to go back and play Kiwami 2. I kind of gave myself like a year, every year to play a Yakuza, but it's kind of getting to that point. There's that many of them. I need to start up in my game because I've only played the first two, well, 0 and 1. Next up, I think this was like 8 quid or something. No, it was 10 quid. It was when I was going game hunting with Jim Corbana, and I saw this from the game, and it was like 10 quid. And I remember a few people, I think Mark Geordie Slasher championed it a little bit, and it is Blue Fire. So basically what he said on this one is it is, I can't remember what it is, a 2D platform Metroidvania, but 3D. I can't remember what it's called. Hollow Knight, that's it. So it's sort of like a Hollow Knight clone in 3D. So that alone was enough to sell it for me. I mean, Hollow Knight was good, but it just kind of overstayed its welcome a little bit. It was a little bit too long. But yeah, I'm looking forward to playing that because I did like the whole aesthetic of it all. So, in fact, talking about Jim Bob, he is an awesome guy. Always gifts something. Had this really cool key ring, which now I've shown it, I can put it on my arcade keys because I like to put these key rings on the arcades. So that's what I'm doing. And he also gifted me these Street Fighter socks. So as you can see, they've actually been used. I've actually used a few of them, but I've been trying my best not to use them all. But yeah, these are getting used. So thanks a lot for this, Jim. These are awesome, I've got to say. So they're kind of coloured towards the characters. So who is this one? It's Ken, of course. So yeah. And while I was with Jim, I finally got this game that everyone else has had for years, and it is the Monkey King. And it was like £1.99 on here, but I think it was like 99p when I actually took it to the counter, when they actually rung it up and everything. So yeah, the cheapest PS4 game I've ever paid for. And I've been told it's actually not too bad. I don't know what happened for them to have dropped so much. I think it's sort of like a running joke that everyone's got this because it is so cheap. But yeah, like I say, I know a couple of people have played it. But yeah, so we're on to the final game now final game, and it is one I've been wanting for quite some time, and I kind of thought I missed the opportunity because I've seen it sell for over 100 quid, especially the limited edition version like I've got now. So I kind of thought I missed the boat, and it is Powerumi. So this is a shmup for the PS4, so it had to be bought for the old shmup section. And yeah, such a cool looking front cover, I've got to say. This was released by East Asia Soft, and this is, I don't know how many there was, but this is 831. So yeah, really buzzing to get this. I don't know if it's the best game or anything like that. I've heard a few sort of like people not as thrilled as what the initial release was. But yeah, I don't know. I got this really cheap. I didn't pay 100 quid. I paid, I think it was like 49.99. I'm sure it was. I basically, every so often, have a little check and on eBay, and this was on there when I checked. So I was like, instant buy. And I had to get it. And yeah, this is going to sit nicely now in my little shmup collection. So yeah, that is all my pickups this week. So again, big thanks again to Gordon, Corbana, and Retroed for the awesome gifts. Too kind, guys. You're too kind. But yeah, I love games, so they're in the right place. So anyway, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys later in a bit. Bye.